90% of all dieters will have regained any weight lost within 5 years. 90%. I don't know about you, but that doesn't look like success to me. I mean, why the hell would you want to work so hard to lose all the weight, only to put it all back on again? Well, it turns out this is really nothing to do with your willpower, but that oldest of human instincts, survival. You see, back when humans were chasing mammoths and mastodons on the plains of Africa, fat was an extremely precious resource. It was hard to put on and even harder to keep hold of. The constant cycles of famine, combined with lots of physical exertion just to stay alive, meant a fat human was hard to find. In those days, energy was scarce, and so the more fat the body could store, the higher your chances of survival long term, as you were better able to withstand the inevitable periods of famine and starvation. So when the body dropped fat, it immediately did everything it could to regain it, changing the expression of genes and making a whole host of other changes to prioritize the regaining of fat stores. Now, these fat regain mechanisms are extremely powerful and highly effective, which in those days was a good thing, as without them we wouldn't be here to discuss this today. So it also seems logical that evolution favored humans who were able to regain fat faster, meaning most of us alive today are very efficient at putting weight back on again after a period of weight loss. Now, I'm sure you've spotted the sting in the tail here. Our body still thinks we're living in those times. So when you drop weight, those same hugely powerful mechanisms kick into place to ensure you regain the weight right back again. So let's look at just one of those mechanisms, metabolism. You will suffer a 15-calorie reduction in resting metabolic rate, or RMR, for every kilogram of fat lost. Now, RMR is the amount of calories your body will burn in a day if you just sit around doing nothing. At the same time, however, due to hormonal and neuronal changes, the drive for food and hunger increases. And if you've ever been really hungry, then eaten something bland, which tastes delicious, that's these neuronal changes of post-fat loss weight regain in effect. So again, let's come back to a post-famine survival situation. And it makes perfect sense your body wants you to eat more, as by putting on fat, it's more likely to survive the next famine. So let's break this down by numbers so you can really see what I'm talking about. This post-fat loss drive to eat can equate to as much as an additional 100 calories a day. So when we combine that with the reduced RMR we talked about earlier, we get some pretty shocking figures. So if before you diet you've got an RMR of 2,000 calories a day, now you go on a diet and lose 20 kilos. We've already seen how for every kilo lost, your RMR reduces by 15. So now your RMR is only 1,700, or a 300 calorie reduction. Your drive to eat, however, has gone up by 100 calories to 2,100. This puts you at 400 calories negative a day, which is roughly 2 to 3 pounds of fat added every month. Now, it can take anywhere from between 4 to 12 months for your body to come out of this post-fat loss weight regain phase. And until you get there, you'll be fighting the most powerful instinct in nature to try and stay lean: survival. To give you an idea of how powerful this instinct is, try holding your breath until you pass out. Can't do it, right? The instinct to breathe just becomes too strong. And this is the same instinct you're trying to fight in the post-fat loss phase. So good luck if you're relying just on willpower. And this is just one of many mechanisms your body has to ensure you regain weight. So any program which isn't taking care of you once you've lost the weight and giving you strategies for how to overcome this post-fat loss weight regain phase is almost certain to fail in the long term. Remember, 90% of people will have regained all the weight in 5 years, and this is why. Now, obviously, you are not powerless in this stage. There are things you can do. Some people do keep the weight off for good, it's just not common. One of the mechanisms we can look to control are the hormones which control satiety and hunger. These hormones go by the name of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and leptin, the satiety hormone. Now, in the post-fat loss weight regain phase, ghrelin increases whilst leptin decreases. So you're constantly hungry and never feel full. Yet another mechanism your body uses to help you regain lost fat stores. By tilting these back in the right direction, you gain control over your hunger signaling. So what's an easy way to do this? Well, a few times a month during the post-fat loss weight regain phase, have a massive breakfast of fermentable carbs and protein. So cold potato and steak works great. When I say massive, I mean between 60 to 80% of your total calories for the day. You should feel really full after this, and that satiety and stomach distension will start to rebalance your ghrelin and leptin levels in a more favourable direction, meaning you're not starving all the time. So there you go, guys. Go and try that out if you're at this point. Let me know how you get on in the comments. As always on YouTube, like, subscribe, the usual stuff. You know the drill, and I will speak to you in the next video.